Thank you guys for joining me. Unafraid, right or wrong. So we are hitting it in with the Oregon, with the post game reaction to the Oregon versus Cal game, and there was a bunch of takeaways from this game, and the biggest one of them is I figured out more than anything with watching this Ducks team, I need a damn media guide. I need a media guide. That was my biggest takeaway. Because today there were so many dudes that got knocked out of the game. It was incredible. I mean, it was literally incredible. I mean, you had three of the worst series probably in Oregon football history. So we had Tyree Robinson get kicked out of the game for taunting. We had Royce Freeman get hurt, shoulder. Justin Herbert get hurt, shoulder. Or something like shoulder, arm, something like that. Did not come back in the game. Jake Patsarich and Dylan Mitchell all get hurt. And that's on the heels of Jacob Breland already being hurt as well. I mean, they're running a triage around there. And then at the very end of the game, you had, we'll get into a little bit more of Braxton Burmeister getting some playing time as well. But you guys, make sure you guys share the feed, like the feed right now, swipe over all this stuff so we can get all the Duck people in. Because this was a very big game. Oh, yeah, and Charles Nelson out already. I mean, the Oregon Ducks are walking wounded right now. And the fact that they won this game says a lot not only about the team, but about Coach Taggart. Because he's got these young bulls, I mean, out there just playing hard, playing good football. Yeah, and so it makes you very hopeful for the future, which is exactly why I said we needed a coaching change in the beginning, because hope was down. We didn't have hope. But I will tell you, those first 2 or 3 series with Taylor Alley, when after Herbert got injured, I had flashbacks of the TCU bowl game. 6-3. Did anybody else besides me have flashbacks of the TCU bowl game when Herbert went out and then Alley came in and we could not move the football? We were up 17-0 and I was like, oh my God, how the hell are we going to hold on to this? How are we going to hold on to this? I already answered them 6-3. I mean, the future just got real bleak real quick. But then when you see that they were able to run the football and they were able to play good defense, aside from those 2 busted coverages, the defense is much improved. I mean, how incredible is that? I mean, how incredible is it that one man, Jim Leavitt, comes in from Colorado and transforms how the defense plays football? I find that remarkable because there are so many times that last year our defense looked like that they were in a pillow fight. I used to joke with a bunch of guys that I played with, and also Oregon fans and current players. I used to tell them dudes, man, look, you guys look like you guys are in a pillow fight out there. Like you guys would actually die in a pillow fight. But now they're out there hitting guys. I like it. That's the way you're supposed to play football. And once we actually stop playing, once we get enough talent in the way we don't have to play walk-on linebackers, Troy Dye and a couple of walk-ons, guess what's going to happen? The team is going to be ridiculous. I didn't think that call on Tyree I didn't think it was worth an ejection. That was just outrageous. It was outrageous for a ejection. 15-yard penalty, okay, fine, whatever. And the speculation about Justin Herbert potentially breaking his collarbone, I got a text from a prominent Oregon person who said, I was joking and I said, how are we looking? They said, we might have to hold tryouts next week. Do you realize how scary that is? But Another promising part about the fact that Oregon is playing Washington State next week. The promising part about that is that you're going to have Braxton Burmeister probably starting the game because they were going to try to redshirt him. And that's why Allie came in second, because they were going to try to make it through the game, see what was going on with Herbert, and make sure that they kept Burmeister's red shirt. But I will tell you this, the fact that they burned his red shirt, that's not a good sign for Justin Herbert. I'm going to tell you that. That's not a good sign. I don't know what's wrong with the man, but I am concerned. I'm telling you that. See, Oregon's speed is good. And I'm encouraged. Are you guys encouraged by the offense as well? Because when you look at the offensive stats, it reminds you of the chip days. Oh, wait, broken collarbone according to Grief. That's not good. But I think that we'll be in decent hands with Burmeister. And I will tell you this. I was initially afraid of the air raid offense that's coming into town, that's coming into Eugene next week in Washington State that just beat USC. But the thing that makes me feel better about us beating Washington State is the fact that the defense is able to get a pass rush. And their quarterback, Luke Falk, he likes to stand back in the pocket. Hold it. Let these long developing routes get open. And if he doesn't have that time, we can win that game. And the running backs, I mean, damn, we had 7 different guys rush for over 330 yards, including the young kid who I had to look up his name in the media guide, number 22, your boy Felix. Out of Fort Lauderdale. Whew. Okay. They got something there. I don't know what the deal with Freeman is, but, you know, he kind of had the shoulder last year and all that. It would be, I wouldn't be doing the other backs justice if I didn't say that the team would be all right without Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman's a good back. But Tony Brooks-James has shown that he can carry a load. Kanai Benoit, like, truth be told, I think that he has the biggest pro potential out of all our backs. Out of Benoit, Brooks-James, and Royce Freeman. That doesn't mean I don't think that Royce Freeman is a baller, and I don't think that he's good. I just look at a guy who can go into the NFL because Benoit looks like he dropped a few pounds. He looks faster. He looks stronger. And he looks to project to be a good NFL running back. Yeah. No. Tony Brooks-James did not get hurt, but Tony Brooks-James did not get hurt. But with everybody else getting injured, do you think that they wanted to potentially risk him getting hurt too? No. Bring in them young cats. They got to play. And I just got word on my text message right now that, so Mitchell is going to be okay. Herbert, not okay. Justin Herbert is not okay. Just letting Ducks know that. Yeah. And so Andrew Grief, yeah, he just confirmed, and I'm telling you that too. Justin Herbert is not okay. Do not expect to see him maybe for the rest of the season or for a while. With those targetings, though, it is the letter of the law, and it does have to do with intent. I would say that intent should be qualified in that, because once a offensive player, if they duck their head down and you're a defensive player, I can't help it because you put yourself in harm's way. I am, though, very, very encouraged by this Ducks team because they won 4 games last year. They're much better this year, defensively. and special teams as well. Very good. And when you look at what's coming up next week and what's coming up on the Ducks schedule, though, this Herbert injury is very meaningful because, okay, I'll go back to that in a second. The Herbert injury is very, very meaningful because when you look at how he was trending, when you look at where Justin Herbert had been playing, he had been playing great football, not turning the ball over, throwing the ball all over the field, reading the field well. He is potentially the only player who could surpass what Marcus Mariota did and set the standard for at Oregon. When I was playing there, Joey Harrington was the man. He was from Portland, Central Catholic. I mean, he was like Oregon Jesus. And then Marcus Mariota came, even though he was from Hawaii, like he set the bar way the hell up here. They named the center after him without him donating $1. Like, that is fantastic. And when you look at Justin Herbert being from Eugene, putting up the stats and the numbers that he did, if he were able to get this team to the college football to the college football playoff, that would be insane. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah, I definitely think that the Ducks can beat Washington State. But somebody asked a question about burning Felix's red shirt. So Coach Taggart said in the beginning of the year that he wasn't planning on redshirting anybody. And I don't blame him, because when you look at Alabama, when you look at Auburn, when you look at Clemson, when you look at all these schools like this, what can you say about them? They don't bring guys in expecting to redshirt them. They redshirt them if they're forced to redshirt them. No, you come here for 4 years. You come to play. You come ready to play. We're not intending on redshirting anybody except for a quarterback. I mean, that's literally it. That's literally it. If you listen to a former Oregon Duck, Akili Smith, who got a chance to watch Burmeister and trained him play, I mean, if you listen to Akili tell you, you would think that, you know, Burmeister is going to be the truth, the next Marcus Mariota. Guess what? You got your chance, buddy. Guess what? And you have to love, again, Willie Taggart's recruiting. Because if you are a recruit, right, and you're looking at signing in that early December period, what are you looking at this team saying? You're like, oh, my God, they're 4-1. They're running all over the place. Great offense. This team looks like they're back. But there's holes all over the place. I mean, there's literally holes all over the place on defense right now. So we're starting freshman corners along with Springs and Amadi. Amadi played out his damn mind today. I was enjoying that. But when you look at the linebacking core, when you look at the linebackers, we're starting Dye, who's really good, and the kid that just got put on scholarship. The kid that just got put on scholarship, or the or number 53, the dude who was the walk-on. I mean, walk-ons are nice, and I don't want to knock walk-ons because some of them have turned out to be really good. Some of them turn out to be NFL Pro Bowlers, like a Dallas Clark. He was a walk-on at Iowa. Turned out to be a fantastic NFL tight end. So you can't knock walk-ons. However, you don't want to have to start walk-ons. You don't want to have to. And the scary part about the Ducks is that there's still so many holes on the team, and the team really could be 5-0. We shouldn't have lost that game last week against Arizona State. That's the truth. That's the truth. And Are you Oregon fans as hopeful as I am about the future? The San Diego, it's funny that you bring up the San Diego State Aztecs because they're 5-0. And the craziest part about that is, I just realized you're verified on Twitter. That's funny. I'll answer that question for you about why I'm covering the Ducks. To go back to San Diego State would compete in the Pac-12 this year. They have Rashard Penny at running back, and the kid is good. The kid's fantastic. Yeah, the young players are showing out. But the guy asked me a question, are you Ducks fans, if you can tell him? So he said, I saw that you played in the NFL. Guy, woman, whoever it is. I saw you played in the NFL. Looked at your bio and that you're an analyst. Why are you covering the Ducks? Why are you talking about the Ducks right now? If you look at my bio, also it says Go Ducks. Because guess where I used to play at in college? Go Ducks, buddy. Put up the damn. I even got my Oregon shorts on right now. You see this right here? Boom. Always ready. Always ready, always in the background. Oh, yeah. Oh, damn. Key to the Hatfield complex. Boom. In the Cavs as well. Go Ducks all the time. That's just what it is on mine. Yeah. Always ready. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Anybody who's never been to Alton Stadium, you must go. And next week is going to be rock. I mean, it is going to be rocking. I know it. I mean, how could it not be? The Ducks are 4-1, should be 5-0. After going 4-8 last year, the future is bright. I mean, the truth be told is if Herbert misses the rest of the season with this collarbone injury, and the Ducks finish 7-4, 7-5. I'm sorry, 7-5. That'll still be a win. Everybody will still be dramatically hopeful for the future. Oh yeah. Listen. I do not want anybody to question my Ducks allegiance when I say this. But if you look at my Pac-12 rankings and you look at my unafraid top 10, which will be out in the morning, college football playoff top 10, Washington State is going to be my number 3 team in the country. They're playing good football. They can beat anybody right now. And that includes Clemson and Alabama. Those are the only 2 teams that they would potentially struggle with right now. They've got a hell of a team. Yeah, I mean, the Thursday night, Friday night games are always hard. That's why Alabama doesn't play them. That's why the Alabama doesn't play them, because they're hard and they're difficult. Listen, Allie's not the guy. We cannot win football. I mean, the Ducks cannot win football games long term with Allie. He's a stopgap. He's a dude who can come in and give you a couple series until your starter gets his ankles retaped or something. But in terms of being a passer, he's just not ready. He's just not that guy. And I said earlier, and I'll finish the post-game reaction with this. My biggest takeaway from the game my biggest 2 takeaways from the games were this. Number 1, that I need to get a media guide, because all these young players rolling in and out of the lineup is confusing. I'm like, who's number 22? Who's number 30 in the backfield? I don't know who these dudes are. But guess what? They coming in balling. That's all that matters. I will learn your name. Of course, we're going to Burmeister instead of Allie. And the second biggest takeaway is that this team plays football hard and they love it, because you don't have your starting quarterback go out and come in, have a mistake, give up 7 points, and then come in and play. And come in and play as well as they did to finish the game. I will give a shout out on the way out to Justin Wilcox. He was my former teammate at Oregon, and now he's balling out there at Cal. I'm excited for Cal. Just as long as they keep losing to the Ducks, they can go 11-1 every year, 12-1 every year, just as long as that L is to the Ducks. All right, thank you guys for joining me today. Unafraid, right or wrong. Yeah, I will catch you guys later. Go Ducks.